the raising of minimum sum, the basis for it is to tag it to 2003 real dollars indexed to inflation, and so that people's CPF life payout will be tagged to inflation. So, but the thing is, if you look at, I was just having a discussion with a friend last week. If you look at wages for the past 10 to 14 years, it hasn't really increased. In fact, it has remained fairly stagnant, and yet at the same time, asset prices like car prices and house prices have increased significantly. So I remember, Mr. Tan, you reading on my Facebook feed and newspaper that you are saying, you said you are looking into that, looking to increase the wages of fresh graduates and workers. So I just want to understand what is the Ministry of Manpower and yourself doing in this aspect. Thanks.
Stagnating wages is something that many countries are grappling with. Certainly in the States, I think it's been stagnating for decades. I would say that in our case, I think wages have moved up, while not phenomenally high, but I think in real terms, I think it has been moving. So in the last few years, it's been moving at about 2-3% in real terms after you compensate for inflation. So the key thing for us really is that the economy needs to be in a healthy state, because that's what's going to create employment, that's what's going to create opportunities. Competition is real, whether we like it or not. There is a leveling effect, and that's something that we can't turn back the clock on. Globalization has an impact on wages, not just in Singapore but the world over, because the competition is real. You need to keep competitive in order to draw companies, not just foreign companies but local companies, to remain here, and they in turn generate opportunities for us. So the upside is that I think employment has been high. We've kept unemployment low. Opportunities remain available, and we want to make sure that in terms of the pipeline, whether the education system or the CET system, at the same time while the opportunities are created, we want to make sure that we equip individuals with the capacity to take on those jobs that are created, and that's something that we want to continue working on. But like I said, wages are moving. It's not that they are stagnant, and especially at the lower end, I think that's something that we've identified, and I think in the last few years we've begun to see it moving. In large part, I think there's a tight labour market. I think we've also put in place, whether through the FTE, whether through progressive wage measures, programs with companies, I think we're beginning to see some of these movements take place, and we hope that we can keep it sustained. But as you can see from the accumulation phase, really it's also about intervention in different ways. So there will be those that perhaps do have challenges, and I think in every society there will be a segment that may struggle. So we want to make sure that opportunities remain open. So workfare training support in order to upgrade individuals so they can get better jobs, better wages over time. And we've seen that mobility happening. But for those who, for whatever reason, remain at that level and face challenges, I think that's where the rest of the social safety net will come in to assist them. We do aim to strengthen, I think, the CPF system, so whether, especially through workfare, to see whether we can enhance some of the contributions that some of the lower wage workers can receive, so that in the long term, we can actually build up on that accumulation phase for them.